Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome to a returning series, one of my favourite games that I've ever played on the channel, and one of your favourite series that you've ever watched on the channel as well, City Skylines. Now we were both, me and you, were pretty upset when Season 2, ages ago, came to a pretty abrupt end when my old computer that I used to record with just had enough with the game. It wouldn't load the game. It was taking like between 40 minutes and 1.5 hours to load, and was a little bit choppy during the recordings, which got really annoying, and I didn't like it in the end, so I had to stop it. However, since getting my new machine, I've wanted to get this going again. So we're going to do this episode in the same style that we done the first Planet Coaster episode, and we're going to do it as like a pilot episode. So not like a real episode. We're going to see what you guys think. You guys are going to let me know in the comment section if you think that I should continue this series, at least for a little bit. And if you like it, hit that like button. It lets me know that you want the series to continue, as well as letting me know in the comment sections. But yeah, what have we got different on this Season 3, technically, that we haven't had before? Well, we've got a lot of mods. Some really cool ones as well that just weren't around. Most of these mods weren't around when we first played City Skylines and done Season 2, because the game had just come out then. One of the biggest ones is a mod called the Move It tool. Now what this allows you to do is just grab any road and just drag the section where you like. Now it's such a simple mod, but we never had anything like that. If you placed a road wrong in the good old days, you had to just delete the road and try again, and delete the road and try again, and boy did it get crazy frustrating. This just allows you to literally sort of alter and change very minutely, you know, what sort of things you want to do. We've also got a search function now, so I don't have to go through each tab and find like a particular prop that I want to use. And talking of props, there's a whole bunch that have been added and that I have added. They're all in this icon now. They've sort of, everything's been moved about a little bit. Half of it, because I haven't played the game for so long, half of it is actual game updates and half of it is mods. Now I haven't really played too much of the game since downloading the mods, so I'm really interested to see how some of them work and what some of them look like. But some of the mods that we've got, or some of the props that we've got, are simple things like cones. So we just type in cone here, and yeah, we've got a little traffic cone. So another mod that is going to come in really handy is the prop line tool. Now what this allows you to do is, in the good old days, we had to place down individual cones like that. Or a better example actually to do this isn't with cones, but is with fences. If you guys have ever tried to build a fence around a place in City Skylines, you'll know how crazy frustrating it is. You'd have to sort of zoom in and go click and then click, and they wouldn't really be in line. Look, and it was horrible. It was such an awful thing to do. But with the prop line tool, which is this little tool over here, you can basically do it in automatically. So if I click the fence option, boom, look at that. How cool is that? You can even do curves. Now this is something that really should be in the vanilla game. It shouldn't need to be modded. Now, it's not 100% perfect, but boy, that is pretty in line, right? Even the curved ones, there's a couple sort of out, but not that you're ever gonna notice it. So I'm super chuffed about that. It was taking ages to delete each one, and I went, hold on a minute. The Move It tool has like a select for props, so we can actually select them all and then bulldoze it that way. I was just getting frustrated. Don't get frustrated already. Now, there's also something else that I can show you here. Let's just use a fence again. You cannot... Oh, let's take that off. You cannot place props on top of roads or inside other objects. You know, it goes red. It says, no, you can't place it. Well, if I do Shift P, you'll see prop and tree anarchy turned on down here from off. And now we can place wherever we like. We can do anything on the roads. But what's even more crazy than that is we could get a couple of buildings. Let's just build a road out for the example. We will be doing some actual like planning today, but I just want to get everything sort of figured out with you guys, get you guys understanding some of the stuff that we've got. Now we want to turn that off while we're working with trees, so the trees actually delete while we place stuff down. But I could do something like putting this hospital right here. Okay. And then, if I wanted to, I could turn the prop on. And now we could also put another hospital if you wanted something a little bit bigger. Oh, not that one. It's Shift A. There we go. Shift A, not Shift P. And we can actually put buildings inside now. Boom. And now we get like a mega hospital. This is actually 2 of the in-game hospitals combined together. But they actually don't look too bad as one, do they? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Now we can do this with pretty much any building in the entire game. If we turn that on, it makes a little Tweety bird go like fat at the top. So when it's like a normal Tweety bird, we can't put buildings into each other. When it's a fat Tweety bird, that means that we can intersect buildings. I don't know why they chose it to do that. That's a little annoying to me. It makes Tweety bird game wait. Another mod, simple one, but comes in very handy. We had something similar to this a long time ago. But this is like a much improved version, is the traffic manager. Now what we can do with this is we can actually make forced traffic lights on certain junctions, or if we don't want traffic lights, we can remove them. We could also do something like, have we got like a default roundabout here? Yeah, we do. Let's just put a roundabout down. And no, I don't like that. Control Z, I can't Control Z. I just want a normal, I'm using left-hand roads as well, by the way. Of course I would be, I'm in the UK. Left-hand roads just is what I'm used to. It what makes sense. If you're from America, I do apologize. It's just something that I need to do to understand. I need to snap. Oh, I cannot snap. Surely I must be able to snap. Ah, that one. There we go. No, I don't. I want 5 by 5. I just want like a. Well, I mean that'll do. It's not going to be a perfectly round roundabout, but it'll do for the moment. No. Getting used to it again. There we go. There we go. There we go. And this is our roundabout. Now, in the olden days, if you built a roundabout like this, you were pretty screwed on the voice crack on the lanes. Now, obviously, we can make it a little bit more like a roundabout by making them all one way, like a roundabout should be. But what we can do here is we can actually make it how a roundabout works in real life. By using this traffic manager here, I can change the lane connector. So on here, on this junction right here, we get 3 little dots. Obviously, this lane goes in one direction, goes out, so we don't need to change that. But what we can do is we can say, if you're in this lane, you can go to there or there. And if you're in this lane, you have to turn left. And if you're in this lane, you can go there or there. Now what you do is you do that on each and every junction on this roundabout lane connector. Nice and simple. You can go there or there, and you can go there, and you can go there or there. And as you can see, it actually changed the arrows in the road. As you can see, this one that's been unedited, this left lane, it says that you can go straight on, but in the one that we've changed, it says you can only turn left. That's how it works on a real roundabout. If you're in the very outside lane, you have to turn off at the next junction. If you're in the right-hand lane, once you get past the junction, you can then move into the left-hand lane to come off at the one after. It's a very simple thing, but it's going to make our traffic management a lot easier to do and a lot more fun, because we're going to be able to make the cars go exactly where we want, how we want. As far as city planning goes, I've got this pretty cool... Let's delete these. I've got this pretty cool map here. It's one of the vanilla maps, but I just really like it. Oh yeah, and I've got a mod that allows me to like buy infinite amount of squares, so I can go on for as long as I want. I just sort of grabbed this area to start off the episode with. I'm a little bit cold. I might put a jumper on. I'll be back. That's better. Feel a little bit. I could feel in my voice I was shaking a little bit, and I was physically like cold. Wow. Okay. I'm going to be playing the game on pause for a lot of the game as well, or for at least the start, because I want to get some infrastructure done, so we don't get the civilians complaining about like road layouts and lack of hospitals and lack of waste disposal and things like that. Let's get my mic right. That's better. So yeah, for the beginning of the game, we'll be having it on pause, and I need a city name, guys. We need to think of a good city name here. Nothing with Z in it, like not Zono Wood or anything crazy like that. Just like a cool city name. And like, I'll give you until like episode, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something like that to think up a cool name. So you've got some time. What else have we got that is interesting for the mods? Oh yeah, that move it tool. I can actually move things up and down. So if you didn't like how sharp this incline is, I can actually grab this little point here and I can lower it down, making it much more of a realistic looking incline instead of just going like straight up. City Skylines vehicles can pretty much go up everywhere. They must have some really good four-wheel drive systems, but it's certainly not good for realism. I think I'm going to start in this central area. Should I start in this central area? I mean, zoom out. No, I'm going to start over here. Now, what I want is, yeah, it's got a train railway as well. That's a good start. Now, I don't want to make this world into one giant metropolis. What I want to do is I want to have a metropolis in the sort of more center of the map, you know, with all the big skyscrapers and stuff like that. But then I want smaller towns, separate towns. So maybe this name isn't the name of the city, it's the name of the county, is what we call it in the UK. Similar thing in the US would probably be like the name of the state. And this, you know, the state has a city and a couple of other little towns and stuff about. Obviously, states are a lot bigger than counties. I mean, your state, some of your states are the size of the United Kingdom in total, but the United Kingdom is divided into counties, which are like smaller little grids, if you like, to make it easier for the postal service to get your letters, I suppose, is one of the reasons why they do it. And what I want to do is I want to remake or use the closest town to me as inspiration for this first little town setup. It's got some interesting road layouts, it's got some very backwards roads layouts, but it's going to be quite cool if I can get it relatively close to see if the traffic in the game builds up in the same way as it does in real life. And it probably will, it probably is likely to. So what I want to do here, I think I can actually build outside of these walls as well. Yeah, I can actually like delete roads and stuff outside of where I shouldn't be able to. That's one of the mods that I've got installed, and if I wanted to, I can extend. In fact, let me just do that. I want to buy these 3 for the moment. There we go. Because what I want to do is make this into a bridge. Okay, I want to make this into a highway, elevated highway that goes all the way over. That's like the first step of my local town. Is that I can use this one as well. There we go. I just want buildings. Is it just like a road? Maybe not. Maybe I'll do it like this then. There's like this highway that goes through. The main route in and out of this town is through this highway, but it needs to be elevated because we have some roads that go underneath. I want to do some roads that go underneath it. And you know what? That looks like a relatively good place to actually come off. That's about where it would be in real life. Now, volume-wise, I've done some testing, and I think the volume for this series isn't going to be terrible, at least at the moment. If the volume sounds are too loud or too quiet, then just let me know your opinion, and I can alter it for the next few episodes. But I think we're going to be somewhat okay. I don't want a bridge to be here for the railway either. I want this to be down on the ground. So, as I say, it's going to be sort of light building today. Nothing too crazy. Where is it? Train tracks. Oh, I need to put a train station down before it'll allow me to. It needs to be placed roadside. Oh, you annoying little thing. I can do that. Just stick you down here. Like, it doesn't want me to place a track because I've already... I haven't built a railway yet. You... There we go. And then I can put you in here. Can I have it on a straight line? I think I can. I don't think there's nothing too abrupt there. No. Okay, good. But yeah, let's now increase the height of this. We want to go to highway. We'll start off with the left one. We'll get some barriers around it for the incline. I think it does anyway. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I've got this tool as well, or this comes with the elevation step is going to sort of allow us to make a bit more of a smoother incline. Oh, I like that. That's a really good incline. And that's about the height that we want to go at. In fact, that might be a little bit high. Can I drop that down a little bit? As you can see, we've got a perfect lorry underneath here. And in real life, bridges aren't really that much taller than the lorries. I'm sure if you've been on the highway, when you're driving down the highway, you'll know that some of them are actually really, really close. So I think this is much more realistic. Look at that. Hey, nice smooth incline. Any car could get up there, even the weakest of horse-powered vehicles. And oh yeah, I think it always puts a line in anyway, doesn't it? It'll always put a line in barriers when you're elevated. Now, I think what we want to do is if I hit that, no, that, it does more like this. If I do that, it keeps it more level. And we want prop and tree anarchy off so I don't end up squishing stuff. Now, we don't want to have a bridge. I think a bridge would be a little bit weird. And for the moment, I mean, there are some like little inclines, but I think it's going okay for the moment. We want to sort of follow where these trees are missing. We want to follow the same sort of path that was there, but just elevated. So we want something like that, not there. Something like that. Something like straight over the railway. And then we want to come back down again. Pretty gently. Pretty gently. Not underground. Something like that. And like that. Yep. Now we can use the mover tool because that angle looks a little bit sharp. And we can just drag that out a little bit. And boom, how good is that? Before, you'd have to replace those roads to get it exactly how you want. But this makes it so much easier. Okay, I'm going to get the other one in next to it, and I should be back. Alright, now I'm doing something that I've always wanted to have out of a highway, and that's putting the roads actually touching each other with the central reservation right in the middle. I'm just joining them up together first, and then I'll just align them to be roughly the same height. Because although it looks great from this angle, when you go down to the side, it's not. The one on the right is usually either very much lower or very much higher than the one on the left. Now, before you guys start telling me in the comment sections, AJ, you should go and watch Flux Trance or Strict Toaster, or whoever, if you want to see how to build really good. Believe me, I have seen them. I do watch them. I have watched them for quite a while. I will never, ever be as good as those guys. They will always be far superior to me in every way when it comes to City Skylines. Maybe not Minecraft, but in City Skylines they will always be far superior. I am not here to make the most realistic city in the world. I am not here to do anything that everybody else hasn't. I am here to have fun with the game and enjoy playing it, and that's, to me, the most important part about any game. If I was here to make the best city in the world, I wouldn't even bother. Probably, to be honest. It's not my kind of thing. I'm not someone that's ever been the type of person. I'm not a perfectionist. I try really hard to be, but then I get to a point and I'm like, no, that's good. That'll do. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure some of you are like the same. You know, some people have this knack, this ability to just keep doing the same thing until it's perfect, until it's absolutely dead on. And great for them. Great. That's like Flux Trance and Strict Toaster. What they make is absolutely unbelievable, and how realistic they make things look. But I haven't got the time to spend on that kind of thing. I mean, I'm doing a load of effort here just getting these roads in line. This is the sort of game, if you guys have never played this game, I reckon, and you like this sort of city building style thing, this is by far the best game that you can get to do this kind of thing. Way better than SimCity. I've played SimCity, I've played all the SimCities. This, I can guarantee you, is going to blow your mind if you've never ever played it before. The amount of detail that you can do. I mean, look at this. Just to get that one road, it's taken me like half an hour in real time. But it looks a lot better when we've got this highway joined up. I mean, what do you think? Do you like my one, or do you like this one with the gap in the middle? And these junctions, this one, look at this junction. Look how, like, sharp they are. I don't want that kind of thing. I want it to be more smooth. And that's what I want. Now, what we have here is probably one of the main, or the main way into my local town. And what it is, it's a 2-lane road, just a normal 2-lane road that goes underneath this bridge. Bing! Underneath it like that. I can remove these pillars as well, or I could just move them with the Move It tool. There we go. That looks much more realistic. And there's actually a train track that goes through this diagonally as well. So it'd be nice if I could get that in. Can we do that? Like there and there. Yeah, absolutely perfect. That's so cool. Now there is a railway in my local town, but it's never really used. I think you can hire it out for weddings and stuff like that, but that's about it. It's not like a working railway as such. Let's shrink that down a little bit, and we have this going to a roundabout. So we want something like that, and it goes to a relative. That's a bit actually far. That should be fine though. No, that should be fine. Okay, so now we want the roundabout to go in here. Now I do want this to be a nice and circle roundabout, so I have a mod that tells me how far each unit is. And it's a relatively big roundabout for the size of the town, I suppose. So we're going to go with 10 by 10. Yeah, that's about right, actually. 10 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10. Just a nice big roundabout. Now these do become a little uncircularized when you start putting junctions off them, but it'll work great. Now the interesting thing about this highway is that we have one off-road that goes to this roundabout, but we don't have an on-road. The on-road is actually up here somewhere, about here-ish, and you come down this road and then you go up to come back this way. If you want to go in that direction, you have to come this way. There's some weird stuff that happens about this junction. I can guarantee that. Oh no, there is a road. Yeah, it goes around. Yeah. I remember. I hardly ever go that way in real life. I live that way from the town, and I never really go past this town, so it's hard to remember how you actually get on and off. So let's do that one first. And what we have is we need to do like a U-turn here. Now I'm hoping that we can make, using this Move It tool, we can make a realistic looking junction, because in vanilla City Skylines this would be impossible. Like, even this angle would be completely impossible to do. It wouldn't allow you to do something that sharp. But because of this little Tweety Bird being fat, it allowed me to do it. And I think we should be able to make it even sharper than that, potentially. Or not sharper, less sharp, isn't it? It's like the opposite. You want to have a gradual on-ramp. See, that's like perfect, but we're getting some glitches happen. There we go. That's like perfect. And then we want this to loop around now. It doesn't matter what way I do it, because I can reverse the road, obviously. And it doesn't matter really how steep it goes down either, because you're only meant to be accelerating from here when you're going up. Now, I don't know if that's going to be too steep or not steep enough yet. I'm not 100% sure. And we'll do it like that. And then we'll come down onto the roundabout. Boom. Like so. That does need to be reversed, because obviously we're using left-hand road. So now that's our on-ramp. We've got some sort of weird stuff going on here. That's a little bit crazy. If you're going like 60 or 70 miles an hour and you come over that, you are probably gonna hurt someone and total your car. Can I in any way fix that? I mean, I can. Of course I can. We've got the Move It tool. So there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm going to just drop down all of these points to match up with that. And that's certainly not like crazy, like uneven. That's like a realistic level of ups and downs. Nice smooth incline. I think the rate at which it goes up as well is really smooth. I mean, that's pretty realistic. And then what we need is the on or the off ramp actually goes pretty close to this as well. We can come off this way again. And we might as well just put a road down first like this and then move it in. Move it in like that. Can I get it to... That's about right. Now, we do get this sort of... It doesn't really bother me, but it is some sort of get off there. Some kind of a visual glitch, if you like, because it takes away the lines in the road, as you can see. You know, we have this point of where it's blank. Now, it's not that unrealistic, and it's not really that bothering. However, there is something that we can do about it. I have a bunch of different lines. Oh, they're like airliners. But we do have UK road centerline and centerline long. Now, these would be centerline short. And what we would want to do... Oops. I just placed it down on the floor there. Can I remove that in any way at all? Is that where I placed it? I don't know. I want to place it up above. Is there any way that I can do that? Certainly doesn't look like it, actually. I know I can do it on the floor, but maybe I can't do it up above. So, down here, boom, we can do whatever we like. We can make it like a giveaway or whatever. But, and I've got loads of different lines, like UK. There's like, what are they called? Crossings, giveaways, keep clears, slow, speed cameras, things like that. Really useful stuff. But obviously I can't put it on an elevated section unless I'm doing something wrong. Unless I've got something like wrong about it. Obviously we've got this to figure out here. But that's not a problem. Let's just get this last one sort of finished up. I don't want it to go inside of that. We want it to curve around like this and drop down slowly, not too crazy fast, and then pretty much down to there. Will that's not good. I want it to be, that's about right. Take off fat Tweety bird, take off that. That's about right. And then just join it up to the roundabout again. Now, this is going in the right direction. We can come off here, straight down onto that roundabout. Now, around this roundabout, there's supermarkets. There's a little bit of a housing estate off in one direction. It's like the most busiest roundabout in my local town. It's the one that always has traffic flow problems in real life. It's like always packed out. With cars just like stuck and not moving. Hopefully in City Skylines we can make it so it doesn't do that. We can, I don't know, fix it up somehow, do what the other people can't. Now I don't think we have any traffic lights around here for the moment. I think it's all giveaways, which is exactly what we want. Obviously the roundabout isn't set up the way that I said at the beginning, you know, with the left hand lane. I need to do all that, but this isn't looking too bad. I even like the little incline that this roundabout's on as well. I really do like that. And then finally, just to finish off the episode so we don't finish off with like hardly anything done, we need a road that comes off here, and this goes into the main supermarket. We can do this a little bit more compact like this. It goes usually to a very small roundabout, but I don't think we can do the roundabout small enough, so I'm going to do a T-junction. Now what we have is we have a supermarket here. It's like a little Lidl's supermarket here. On this side, we have a fuel station for a company called Tesco's. And then that comes down into this car park. This goes into the fuel station. And this comes around the side here, pretty close to this. It just has like a tree line of gap. And this goes to a pretty large car park that spans about this big, because it's a huge place. That spans our... I need to go down a little bit further. my local supermarket. It's a big supermarket. I do have a supermarket in. I don't know if I have a Tesco's. Do I have a Tesco's out of chance? I think I do have a Tesco. Super. Maybe I don't have a supermarket installed then. Or maybe it's not like a prop. Maybe I can find it somewhere else. But yeah, I do have car parks. Oops. Car park. Car part. I don't want car part. Car park. Park. There we go. We've got a bunch of different ones. I just want like the clear ones here. And then these can go down nicely in there, look. Boom, boom, boom. Bunch of different car parks. Maybe I can bring that in a little bit. But yeah, this is actually exactly the entrance to my local town. It's going to be a real fun series, I hope. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. It lets me know that you do want this series to continue. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. Remember about the name of the county or the city or whatever that you want to call it. And we shall see you guys in the next episode, where we shall just sort of build upon this. Start getting some power down, some things like that. Hopefully, we need a little bit more infrastructure sorted out first, though. Okay?